Well, here I am, Dean Braxton. I'm in the Cambridge area, really eastern Maryland area on the eastern shore. I've been here before and done a video from this area before, but this time I'm doing it in the opposite direction. And behind me, if you can see them, there's some geese. They were pretty loud a few minutes ago. They may not be as loud as they were a few minutes ago, but they're out here. And I'm at my good friends Deanna and Luke's house, and got a meeting over in this area. That's why I'm over in here. But I'm going to talk about a subject I think is very important. I get a lot of questions a lot of times. Is there marriage in heaven? You know, and most of the time I get them from husbands that really love their wives a whole lot. And I get a few from wives, but mostly from husbands. And they want to make sure that they have such a great relationship here. They want to make sure when they get to heaven, they're going to have a great relationship with that woman or that person they're married to. My friend Luke, man, you know, when he thinks about his wife, Deanna, leaving, they're past their 80s, well, she's almost 80, but he's past his 80. And man, he gets really sad because he really loves his wife. And I think that's great. And it's a good time for me to talk about it because Valentine is coming up this week. And I want to get this out before Valentine's. But what I want to share with you is Jesus tells us something in Mark, the 12th chapter, starting at the, let me see, I want to start at the 23rd verse there. In the resurrection, when they rise again, whose wives will she be? For all seven had married her. This is about these men that come to Jesus trying to get them trapped in a question. And he's going to answer that question and let them know something. And I like what he says in the next verse. I think it's really cool. He says, for when they rise from the dead, they neither marry nor are given into marriage, but are like angels in heaven. So this tells us there's no marriage in heaven. When I say that to some of the men there, they get pretty disappointed, are the men that ask me this question. There's some of the women. But the reality of it is that there's no marriage in heaven. And then I tell them something. It's even better than they have here. There's no marriage in heaven in the sense of the relationship they have with that woman or that man. But in heaven, it's even better than that. And I have no word to describe it. I used to say it's like, you know, I think it's found in Ephesians. Let me go there because that's a good scripture. Let me see if I can find it for you right here. Ephesians, the 5th chapter, I believe it is. Let's see if that's it. Yeah, that's it. It says this in the 5th chapter, the 31st verse. For this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and will be joined to his wife, and the two will become one flesh. And I'm telling you right now, it's better than that. I don't even know how to describe it. If this was a measurement in heaven, that the two would become one flesh, and that's the best you can have on the planet, that would be the bottom realm in heaven. The relationship you're going to have with that person there in heaven, you that are married, it's going to be better than you can ever imagine. And every moment it gets better. You know, for you that probably say, well, my marriage isn't the best in the world. Well, it's going to get better. And you that say, well, my marriage is really good. Well, it's going to get better when you get there. You're not going to be married, but the relationship you have with that person is going to be fantastic. It's going to be wonderful. I don't have enough words to tell you how great it is. And every moment it's going to be better. You know, so I just want to say this before Valentine's coming up this week, that you that are married and a very happy marriage, guess what? It's going to be better. And you that are in a marriage and is not so happy, when you get to heaven, it's going to be better. The relationship you have with that person. You're not going to be married. I don't want you to think, oh, I'm going to get up there and be stuck with this person. No, I really don't even know how to describe it, but it is going to be better. Well, if you want more information, go to deanbraxton.com. If you like this, put like on it. If you want, the wind's picked up and it is cold out here. Don't think I'm not freezing right now. I put my hands in my pocket because it got so cold. But and the wind's picked up. Man, it's always something about at the end of this. I always get the wind picking up. You know. But if you want more information, go to deanbraxton.com.